Hey everyone, I wanted to make a video because it's been about a year now since my health really started to decline and we didn't know what was wrong, and then a year later I sit here today and I've been diagnosed, I've been on treatment, and I'm doing quite a bit better. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about what the last year has been like. Um, so around January of last year, I really started to notice a deterioration in my physical abilities. I was no longer dependent to dress myself, get into the shower, sit up, put a water, like take water to swallow pills. I lost a lot of mobility and strength, and it just seemed like it was getting worse, and it wasn't improving, and we still had no idea what was causing it. So it was really scary and quite literally painful. I was in an extreme amount of pain every day, and we ended up seeing a really great doctor, an internist, on January 21st of last year, and he gave us his personal cell phone number and said if there were any changes to call him, if I got worse to call him. And about 2 weeks later, first week of February of last year, after my physical abilities continued to decline, I couldn't lift my head, I couldn't lift my arms. Stephen was basically carrying me around the house. I had ongoing fevers for a couple weeks at that point, and then I had an issue breathing in the middle of the night. And at that point, Stephen called the doctor, and he had a bed made available in the hospital where he works at, which was also 4 hours away from home. But he had a bed ready for me the next day, so I went up to the city and I spent 4 nights in the hospital. 3 of them I was in isolation. Anytime anyone entered my room, they had to be wearing gloves and a mask. And I asked one of the nurses to whose benefit was it, because I didn't understand why. I didn't know if they thought I was contagious, or if they were worried about my immunity, not wanting to bring any germs into the rooms. I really didn't know why, but it was because I'd had ongoing fevers. That's typical protocol. So in the hospital for 4 nights, or 4 nights, and it was a year ago today, February 13th, that I was discharged. No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. I was discharged on Valentine's Day. So it'll be a year ago tomorrow that I was discharged. And we still didn't have an answer. We still didn't know what was wrong, but at that point we were still waiting on the results from my blood work being sent to the lab, Hygienics in California. So fast forwarding a little bit, those results came back positive. My Western blot was a CDC positive result. I made an appointment with a Lyme literate doctor in Washington and got to their office in March. After they did their assessment, he looked me in the eyes and he said, "You're sick, you're very sick. Most people aren't in this bad of shape when they come to me." So I think at that point I realized I might be a really long road to recovery. I wasn't stable yet at that point to start treatment, so we worked on that over the next 3 months, and in June I had my central line placed. This thing to administer antibiotics at home, so the tube just hooks up to the tail of this and it just goes directly in. So I had 9 months with this foreign object in my chest. I actually was curious as to how many days it's been. So it's been, as of today, 268 days where I've had daily or twice daily IVs. All in all, I've definitely seen progress. I'm able to move a lot better on my own, and the symptoms aren't as severe as they were. They're still present, and from what I've heard of other people's experience, it's going to take quite a while. It's a long process to heal, and next week I travel back to my doctor in the States, and we'll be deciding if I'm ready to take the IV out and transition onto oral antibiotics, which I look forward to. It'd be so nice to have a normal shower. None of this can get wet, so I actually, is ridiculous as this is, I use Glad Press and Seal to block this from the water, but obviously I can't go directly in to the stream of the water. So I think one of the first things I do when I have it out is I'm going to have a shower, and I'm just going to stand under the water. Other than that, we're just moving forward, and I'm still trying to stay as positive as I can. I kind of feel like I'm at a standstill. I have some really significant symptoms still on my off weeks, which doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing, but it might be showing that I still have a long way to go. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to my appointment next week and kind of maybe getting a new grasp on the progress I've made. In terms of progress, I made another short video earlier about how the progress has been going and how it's measured, because it's something a lot of people ask is if they can do blood work and see where I'm at, and you can't, but I explained that in the other video, so if you're interested you can click on that. And I also wrote a blog post specific to this last year as well, so it goes into a little bit more detail, so you can check that out on my website. And other than that, thank you for listening, and if there's something I'm not talking about that you'd like to know more about, or you have any questions, please either go to my website and email me from there, or leave a comment below. Okay, thank you.